Now, can we celebrate any other day outside of our holy days? And the answer is absolutely. Let's read and see. According to Deuteronomy, the 26th chapter, the 11th verse, what is the first word?
And thou shalt rejoice.
Thou shalt rejoice.
In every good thing.
And how many good things? Is your mother's birthday a good thing? Is your daddy's birthday a good thing? Is your children's birthday a good thing? Is the day you was born is a good day? Is your wedding anniversary a good thing? Is the day you married a good thing? You don't have to answer that. You celebrate what? Every what? Good thing
which Yahweh thy Elohim hath given unto thee.
That he has given unto thee. Every good thing that he has given unto thee. That includes your birthday. So I know some groups say you don't celebrate it, but Yah didn't say that. He said every good thing that I have given you, and that's a good thing to me. St. Valentine, he didn't give that to me. He didn't give that to us. All right? Now I got one more that was sent up. I shouldn't answer this because it's sent up late. And I got to get to a class today. Question is, around 3 weeks ago, I sent $50 for the Songs of Zion. We'll receive these songs good soon. That means that somebody, and I got the name, sent a donation to get some of those videos from the Voices of Zion, and they haven't got them yet, and they should get them. I got the name Joshua. All right, get this, give it to him. All right, now that we finish answering the questions, let's get into a little class. Any of y'all heard the radio show Sunday night? Yes. When we gave a memorial to our brother? Yes. Huh? Yes. It shook up a lot of people. Our program, because a lot of people were calling me during the week talking about how much they loved it. So we're going to speak on one of the points that we dealt with our beloved brother that we didn't get a chance to say at the funeral, but we want to talk about it now. That's something that occurred to me as I read the Bible and was studying the Holy Scriptures, should I say. I noticed every time Yah took one of the righteous home, whether he was talking about Aaron, whether he was talking about Abraham, or whether he was talking about Moses, he said, thou should go thy way, for thou should be gathered with thy people. Then it made me think, does the righteous have a different gathering at death than the wicked? I thought everybody just die and go back into the ground. But Yah has been showing me that there's a different death of the righteous altogether. And one of the greatest prophets that ever lived was a man named Balaam. And people used to hire him to curse people and to bless people. And he wasn't an Israelite, and he used some of his power to do things that should I say, seemed not right. And would give someone the impression that this man was actually using Yah's powers and his ability to do things that were wrong. It seemed that way until I started examining it a little more. Well, there was a big king of Moab by the name of Balaam, and he wanted to curse Israel, and he went and hired Balak to curse Israel. And every time he tried to curse Israel, the curse was turned into a blessing. And each time he said, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to give you more money. I'm going to give you more money if you curse him. Go to your God and tell him to curse him. And so we read this, and we're in the book of Numbers, 23rd chapter, and we're going to read a couple of verses from the 23rd chapter of Numbers, and we're going to start at verse 10. And here it says,
who can count the dust of Jacob?
Who can count the dust of Jacob? That means that the Almighty told us we would be more than the stars in the sky and the dust upon the earth. And they would not be able to number us for multitude. And then he said, who can count the dust of Jacob?
And the number of the fourth part of Israel.
And even number a fourth of us, even a fourth part of Israel.
Let me die the death of the righteous.
He told Balaam that he's not afraid of him killing him because he's not being obedient to him, and that he's doing quite the opposite of everything he tells him to do. He tells Balaam, let me die the death of the righteous. In other words, he pertained to the house of Israel, to the children of Israel as being the righteous. And said, let me die the death of the righteous.
And let my last end be like his.
Let my last breath upon this earth be like his. I want to be able to die like him. It made me search the scriptures to find out what was so uniquely different about his death than the death of anyone else. Why would this great, powerful, rich prophet want to die the death of the righteous? Wasn't it enough for him merely being rich? But let me show you what he said in the 9th verse to let me show you that he wasn't a wicked man as I thought he was many years ago. The 9th verse says,
well, from the top of the rocks I see him.
From the top of the rocks I see him, talking about Israel.
And from the hills I behold him.
And from the hills I behold him.
Lo, the people shall dwell alone.
The people shall dwell alone.
And shall not be reckoned amongst the nations.
In other words, the Almighty intended on us to dwell alone. He didn't intend for us to be with all the other nations of the earth. He did not intend for us to be in an integrated state. But he merely wanted us to be alone because we are a peculiar people, and he wanted us to be different. He wanted us to be peculiar above all the nations on the earth.
Who can count the dust of Jacob?